I believe desire and will to win is everything. I don't know why I'm like I am, but my butt's always burning. There's always something say, Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to go for it. Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to make a difference with your life. What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. You look at the outside and study those two individuals, everything seems to be the same. They both are the same sex, they both are the same age, they have the same training, the same positions, the same contract, the same fringe benefits. They both are successful, they work hard, they're good family people, make tough commitments. But what's the difference? What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. He pays the price and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He's loyal to the company and a little bit more. He believes in a little bit more. He makes money and a little bit more. He saves money and a little bit more. If you want to win in these United States, you got to be tough and you can't quit. The last thing I'll talk to you about today in building this winning edge is, folks, if you want to win in business, you got to be a leader. Leadership is everything. You show me anything in these United States that win, I'll show you a leader at work. You show me a successful church, Boy Scout troop, club, football team, business, I'll show you something run by a leader. See, I thought at one time in my life you had to be smart to win. I used to have these smart people that dress so pretty and talk so pretty and use these big words. They just intimidated me. And I said, Art, you can't ever be that good. Why don't you just throw in the towel and go on back and coach football for a living? And I found two things out about smart people. I think it's almost impossible for a smart person to win in business in America today. Because I find smart people spend their whole lifetime figuring things out. They're always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see, somebody like Art Williams, everybody says, well, he can't do it. And somebody like that can't do it. But he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost are over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost in everything they do, almost as a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it and do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with A.O. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I could make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting. What I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique and how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else and how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life. Thank you.
Ray Revolution, greetings everyone. I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Trey Muhammad, welcoming you to our evening presentation, the decentralized cryptocurrency debit card. We're talking about an operation known as Bancus. We're going to be speaking on this ecosystem, and I'm flat out excited to introduce this opportunity for some and operation to others to you. First, allow me to say that we are here every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern United States time zone, and we also have additional days during the week, and I'm going to make you aware of them. Actually, now, as a matter of fact, I didn't realize my camera wasn't on. Okay, if you look to the fact that we're here Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern United States time zone, we discussed this app, the Bancus app, which is a decentralized fintech operation with simplified KYC. With this app and with the card that's provided, debit card that's provided, you can spend your crypto like cash. You can earn income via referrals. You have travel, top up, and pay instantly. You have the ability to monetize your cryptocurrencies, and your money should be global, folks. Your money should not be relegated to any border. In the Bankers app, there are no borders, no limits, no complications. So we do this presentation each evening, Saturday evening at 8 p.m. We have our corporate uh, presentation that's done Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. respectively on each of those days. That Zoom meeting ID and passcode is on the screen. It's handled by Mr. Al Aarons, president of Bankers, as well as Mr. Fred Moore, corporate trainer. You have the opportunity, folks, with this operation to earn the income as well spend your crypto as cash. And we show how both things are possible. Now, you might find a little interruption in the presentation schedule this week. Mr. Al Adams will be joining us just before he boards his flight, and we should see him momentarily. He's heading to South Africa, folks. Our co-founder and CEO, Mr. Alejandro Castro, is already there. He left yesterday to make sure he was there, and we're just really excited over what's going to unfold and take place there. So we're going to go into banking. The card first. We're going to talk about its abilities and its benefit to you. And we're going to move forward to talk to you also about the tokenization of Bankers, the company. And you'll learn a little bit about that before we close out. Now, in case you don't know, I am the USA Director of Sales for Bankers. And we are a next generation digital bank and fintech that integrates global financial services with an ecosystem of purpose driven growth. We provide simple and secure access to international banking products, rewards programs, and digital tools that drive financial development. It's designed for emerging markets. We offer turnkey payment solutions for businesses and communities, enabling the creation, management, and implementation of financial programs. We foster member loyalty that optimize development time and cost through scalable, efficient, and fast to deploy technology. So not only are you watching here, which will welcome you, but you're also watching those of us a part of our YouTube family, the Wealth Minister. You're watching live there. We'll do everything on that platform as we're doing here on Zoom, with the exception of question and answer, testimony, and statements. Those will be relegated solely to the Zoom platform. So you still have time to get over here in the event that you're able. Otherwise, everything will run on the YouTube channel with the exception of our going to Q&A as well as testimonials. Now, let's talk a little bit about the vision, the mission, and the purpose of Bankers. The vision is to become the world's leading, most trusted, and fastest growing digital financial institution, building a global financial network driven by innovation, security, and inclusion. Our mission is to provide high quality digital financial solutions accessible to everyone, combining technology, education, and a collaborative model, folks, that enhances the economic growth of each other. Now, when we talk about purpose, we're talking about Bankers, and again, we're talking about your money without borders. To drive the financial progress of millions of people by democratizing access to global, secure, and simple banking solutions is the purpose. And I want you to, in addition, take a screenshot here if you can, or just write out those core values you find embossed in black: trust, security, innovation, financial inclusion, community, and excellence is all that we strive for in the world of Bankers. And as we move forward and grow this juggernaut of benefit, you're going to find that these elements, trust, security, innovation, financial inclusion, community, and excellence, will take hold and will prove themselves to you. Now, I'm going to make way to give you a bird's eye view about Bankers, and I want you to listen intently as well as take note.
Welcome to Bancus, a new way to understand money, where technology, transparency, and efficiency work for you. Today, we'll explain how your money flows within the Bancus ecosystem in a simple, secure, and traceable way. It all starts when the user registers on the platform. From that moment, a personal wallet is automatically assigned to them, allowing them to interact within the ecosystem. Once registered, the user can deposit crypto assets like USDC or USDT through networks such as TRC20, BEP20, or ERC20. If they don't have cryptocurrencies, they can also use their local currency to acquire these assets through a provider or an exchange, and then transfer them to their Bancus account. When the money is deposited, the funds are not held in custody by Bancus. These are stored in a wallet managed by our partner exchange, CryptoLab, which is also responsible for the client's onboarding process. Each user has an individual wallet, which ensures greater traceability and control over their funds. It's important to note that in this model, there are only two parties with control over the money, the user and CryptoLab. Bancus does not have access to or custody of these funds, and the exchange is responsible for processes such as conversion to TRM. Since transactions are carried out between digital wallets, Bancus uses a simplified KYC process, as this type of operation does not require mandatory verification at a global level. However, internal compliance processes are applied in conjunction with strategic partners like Visa and MasterCard, ensuring security and support for every transaction. Once the user has available balance in their account, they can use it in two ways: send money to other Bancus users at no additional cost, or reload their card, which has a 4% fee. If the user doesn't want to use the funds, it is also possible to withdraw them to another digital wallet through the app, as long as the user is authorized for this function. It's important to keep in mind that Bancus is not an exchange and does not hold custody of the money, so it's recommended to only top up the amount you intend to use. When the user decides to reload their card, for example with 100 USDT, a smart contract is automatically activated. This contract distributes 1% to the beneficiaries of the Bancus payment plan and 3% to the Treasury wallet, while the remaining 96% is managed by CryptoLab. This entire process is carried out automatically thanks to blockchain technology. Finally, Bancus offers a key differentiating value. While the exchange completes the conversion process, which can take about 40 minutes, Bancus advances the fiat balance directly to the user's card, allowing them to access their money immediately. In this way, Bancus combines technology, efficiency, and user experience to offer a new way to manage money.
It clearly offers you folks a new way to manage money. There's no doubt about it. And before we go further, one of our tremendous leaders and colleagues in this opportunity is on the platform tonight, Mr. Neville Crypto Assets Easily. I want to know if he has any words that he'd like to share of welcome or thoughts on the program this evening. Brother Neville, are you available?
Yes, I'm here, brother. Can you hear me clear?
Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear. Welcome.
Flying high, brother. Great day, great training today, delivering the asset value. We'll be back at it again this evening with our crypto global card that's working tremendously around the world, headed towards our anniversary. Thank you for sharing this platform with me, man. And it's been a pleasure, getting the word out, because we know we have a product here that people really need. And we have something here that with a standalone ecosystem that is unlike anything else out there. This is my feedback, and I'm always sharing this with all over the world, because when people are on board any crypto project, they're looking for and searching for a card of this magnitude. And what we have here is something that is low cost, is appealing, and is extremely lucrative, whether you want to utilize it just for the product or you want to share the product. As you mentioned prior, we move here humbly because, we have something here we don't have to be arrogant about. We are confident, and we're able to share this product with full force. And it's not about just one person winning. We have a global community of many countries winning. I saw, I think it was a video of carousel. guys out there,
Yes, that's right.
leading the way in South Africa and so many other countries can embark upon this platform, that and can take advantage because this is a global appeal. And that's what we have. We have something. This is not, some other different product. This is a product that's going to be part of the world. Crypto is only going to continue to scale up in the multi-trillions. And you got an asset here. And you decide whether you want to put it to work and make it work while you sleep. That's what we do. And you have options. So I think it's how many people here? 38 people. Thank you for your time and decided to utilize this product / service to your benefit. Thank you, brother. Back over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Great share, brother. Appreciate you much. Folks, let's move a little further into it. We're going to talk to you about the differences between bankers and banks. Now, let me just share this with you before we get there. You do know that there's always been this operation known as traditional banking, and traditional banking came with its flaws, and then they became accepted as a standard, a way of doing business because we had nothing to compare it to. We had not moved out of the industrial age, and we only had one monetary system, and that one monetary system handled everything. And the banks were that entity, if you will. Today, we have what's known as digital banking. Bankers represents digital banking, and there are a lot of pluses as well as cons when you compare traditional banking and digital banking. So I want to give you an insight into what's traditional in the banking industry. High fees for international transfers and payments, slow and bureaucratic processes, lack of crypto integration, geographic restrictions in limited access, limited service hours and low operational availability, strict account opening requirements, limited user control and privacy, financial exclusion of millions, dependence on third parties to validate transactions. This world, this society operates off of debt. Without debt, it cannot exist because it's built its whole existence on robbing Peter to pay Paul. Well, in this age of digital banking, we sort of minimize some of that friction that we found in traditional banking. And we're minimizing it, only realizing we're minimizing it because now we have something to compare it to. Just think of being thirsty and you have the option to drink from a clean glass or dirty glass. Which one would you choose? Right? Let's take a look at digital banking as it relates to bankers. Low and transparent fees powered by blockchain technology. Instant transactions without intermediaries. Integrated multi-currency crypto wallet in one app. Global access from any country with internet connection. Platform availability. We're talking about 24 hours, 7 days a week without interruptions. Fast, paperless registration. We have a process where you have a simplified KYC or simplified Know Your Customer. You don't have to give up a lung. You don't have to identify your firstborn. You don't have to have blood drawn from you. This is one of those seamless entities that allows you to maintain your privacy and your control. Full control of your funds without central entities. Financial inclusion through mobile access and physical Visa and physical MasterCard cards. And of course, it's on blockchain, folks. Blockchain technology ensures security, it ensures traceability, as well as autonomy. Now, I want to take you into what we offer here by sharing with you first and foremost how you get started. See, in Bancus, you are given a referral link by someone who wants you in the opportunity along with them. It's a referral link. And this referral link serves a dual purpose. It does not, you can't get into Bancus through a Play Store. You won't find it in Google. You won't find it in Apple. The link itself that you receive from your inviter translates into an app. And when you load it onto your phones, because it's available through iPhone and or Android, what you do is click that link. It opens up into a series of screens until you get to install app. When you get to the install app and you select it, now your app is downloading. onto your phone. And it's coming through the referral link given to you by the one who invited you. You provide a username, you provide an email address, and that's it. That's as simple as it gets. Okay. Once you've done that, then you're positioned to put a deposit onto your card. I want everybody to type in the chat crypto in, cash out. Crypto in, cash out. Let's see it. Crypto in, cash out. Thank you. Now, why do I share that and stress that? Because this is the only way you can begin here is depositing cryptocurrency. And when you deposit that cryptocurrency, as the overview talked about a moment ago, there's a bridge that that converts the crypto so that you can use it as cash when you load onto your card. So we have what's known as crypto top up, USDT and USDC. You can utilize either one, deposit between three networks. You can either use the BEP20 or the Binance Smart Chain network. You can use Ethereum network, or you can use the Tron network. But what's required is your load, not load of a deposit, rather of USDT or USDC. Okay. You get to top up your card easily and securely directly from your trusted wallet, any wallet you want to bring it from. Now, what I need to explain to you, and as the video mentioned earlier, we only recommend that you load what you intend to spend. Why? Because this is a debit card. It's not an exchange. It's not somewhere you leave money and allow it to grow in interest and things of that nature. This is a global payment debit card. It's a purchase system. You make international transactions effortlessly with no hidden fees. So when you deposit the crypto onto your card, then onto your app rather, then from your app, you load it onto the card for the amount that you want to spend. All right. It's a global payment and purchase system. And then here's the other caveat that I really enjoy: instant transfers. You can send and receive funds instantly between Bancus users worldwide and free of charge. Free of charge. Now, what else can it do? Well, let's just look at the accessibility. Over 186 countries. We had a big meeting and celebration in Curacao today. They had a huge turnout, people signing up left and right. And South Africa begins tomorrow. Global accessibility. And it's available to anyone, folks. Anyone in the world, just an internet connection is required. And what to say a little more about our app, it is intuitive and secure. User-friendly interface, simple navigation, and blockchain technology that ensures transparency as well as protection. Now, some people are poised to say, well, what does it cost me? I don't want you looking at cost today. I want you looking at value. I want you looking at value, meaning what could having something of this nature do for you? And what helps us to look at it that way, have to look at the fee. It's the only fee that Bancus charges. See, you've already made your deposit onto your card, onto your app rather. But when you're ready to load the funds from your app to the card to make use of the card, there's a 4% fee on card top-ups. 4% fee, that's the only fee that Bancus charges, and 1% of that comes back to us through the rewards program. There are no monthly maintenance fees. There are no charges for card usage at points of sale, and ATM withdrawals is probably the only space by which you incur a fee, because that's up to the financial institution that provides the ATM. Our Bancus wallet is designed for agile and secure operations. Everything you need in one place. That's what makes this app so powerful. You can top up your cryptocurrency. You can view transactions. You can make instant commission-free digital transfers between Bancus users. You can share referral codes. You can contact support. You can update personal data. Now, this is a global operation, folks. And we have a couple of ways by which you can participate with the cards. We have a metal card, $85 and cost $15 in shipping. The total is $100. Now, this has been deemed ideal for those international travelers, high volume users, where you need a lot more durability than the card we're about to show you, the plastic card. The metal card has all the durability required. When you look at the plastic card, it's only $35 with a $15 USD shipping. That's a total of $50. Okay. This card is ideal for day-to-day use and uh, it's durable. It's durable, just not as strong and durable as the Bancus metal card. And the metal card also comes with additional features. All right. Then, so $50 will get you this card. And then with the purchase of either the plastic or metal card, you'll see free in your back office the tokenized digital card. The tokenized digital card. You can make payments online. You can utilize it for subscriptions. You can utilize it for your utility bills, things of that nature, and won't have to look back. Now, each card has limits. They have daily limits, and we're going to go through some of those. And actually, from this screen, I can tell you right now that the limits have been increased. The daily spending limits have been increased, and it operates on all cards, MasterCard and Visa. So let's look at your digital card. Your digital card has a $2,500 daily spending limit. Daily spending limit, and this card is free with the purchase of your plastic or your metal card. And then you have the plastic card itself. Again, that's a $50 total, $35 for the actual card, $15 for the shipping. This card comes with a $5,000 limit, daily spending limit, but I do believe that has increased, and we're going to learn more about that in the week ahead. And then we have the metal card, which is $100, $85 for the card itself, $15 for shipping, and it comes with a 15,000 bare minimum daily spending limit that you can ask for an increase on. Exclusive option for members of a unique experience and subject to corporate bankers approval, you can determine or establish a higher daily spending limit for your card. Now, this is not just for the metal card. We also have the metal commemorative cards at $135 per card, $15 for shipping. That's a total of $150. You can get the World Cup card. You can get the USA celebration cards. You can also get a Mandela tribute card, Nelson Mandela tribute card, President of South Africa. And so all those are now available to you. But each of those metal cards do have the special benefit where you can request an approval through your spending limit, making it higher. It says up to $100,000, folks, but it's actually up to $250,000. That much I'm sure of. Okay, now let's look at how you earn here. See, there's two ways of earning. If you're looking to earn an income, you have sales commission and you have top-up commission. Sales commission is a one-time commission made available to you within your organization. The top-up commission is a commission that happens unlimitedly. That represents passive residual income. Now, what we mean by this in your sales commission in the one-time occurrence, if you have someone that you sponsored and they purchase a metal card, that $85 purchase carries a 10% commission. You will instantly receive $8.50 on the purchase of that card of anybody you personally sponsor. That's what makes it level one. When someone on level one sponsors a person and they purchase a metal card, that represents your level two, and there's more income on level two. Level two, you will instantly receive $12.75. And when that level two person sponsors an individual and they purchase a card, that becomes your level three, and you'll see an additional $8.50. Now, why is this significant? Well, first of all, your level one is almost $10. Your level two is above $10. And your level three is above almost another $10. So think about this. Let's do a perfect world scenario. You have a card, rather, you sponsor a person, they get a card, you receive $8.50. They sponsor a person, you receive $12.75. They sponsor a person, that brings it back to the third level, and you receive another $8.50. Folks, that's almost $30 instantly. That can happen hundreds of times in a day. It's happened for me that way. In fact, can I just chair for a moment and share something with you? You know, like Brother Neville said, we're approaching our Bancus anniversary. My bankversary is July 31st. I started July 31st a year ago. Okay. I was introduced to this by the now corporate trainer, Mr. Fred Moore. I knew nothing about the process, the progress, or where it was going, knew nothing about the ecosystem. I just saw an opportunity where I can learn how to spend my crypto as cash and earn an income by showing others how to do it. That was enough for me to get started. I didn't have a card, I didn't have any money. I literally just shared my referral link once it came, and I invited everyone to every platform where presentations were being shared, videos that were being offered. I spared no expense in making that happen because it's a project I believed on. Now, I didn't have a card. I didn't even know I was earning an income, but folks, I was. Because when you share your referral link and you don't have a card, and others who accept your referral link purchase a card, you get instant commission, whether you had a card or not. So I want you to know what kind of surprise this was for me when I went to a training from Mr. Moore, only to discover that I was earning an income. And when I looked to the back office, I found that I had almost $1,000 by mid-August sitting in my back office. And I had not even purchased a card. I want to understand the power of that. Then by the time the end of August came, I had roughly almost 13, maybe $1,400 sitting back there. Oh yeah, I was like the Oprah of Bancus. And you get a card, and you get a card. Because then I purchased cards for myself, purchased cards for my wife, purchased cards for my children, to keep it all in the family. And when you're really smart about it, check this out. My wife got a card, and then she registered the children under her, and they got cards. And everything they purchased under her, I got a 15% commission. That's a heck of a discount, isn't it? Because the registration was in my organization. The same would happen for you. The Bancus One, the plastic card, $3.50 on level one, $5.25 on level two, $3.50 again on level three. And see, here's the beauty. Everybody wins. Everyone benefits. And if you do like I and others and become known as that sponsor monster, meaning you share this with everyone that you can, and if they see value or find benefit of it, they'll purchase a card. Do you realize? Just look at the three-level participation. I've sponsored a little more than 172 people personally. That means I have 172 people multiplied by three income options, meaning every person I sponsored, that's three levels of potential income coming back to me. So let's just say it is 100 and what do you call it, 72 people. All right. And 172 people multiplied by three folks, that's 516 potential levels of income coming back to your brother. You talking about wanting to fire your boss. You talking about wanting to live 7 days of Sunday. You talking about going to sleep when you get tired and then getting up only when you're tired of sleeping. I'm here to tell you folks that this is one of those opportunities that can get you closer to that kind of dream. So how many people would you sponsor knowing that each person represents three levels of potential income for you? All right. Now, let's look at fees again, because I want to show you that passive residual income. All right. Bankers charges only 4% on card toppers as we established, of which 1% is distributed through the rewards program. And this is where the 1% comes. See, it's still broken out into the three levels, but if you add up the 0.285%, the 0.43% on level two, and the additional 0.285% on level three, that all totals 1%. Each time a user tops up a card, Bankers Rewards is referral network with 1% distributed across three levels. So what happened for me, as an example? We had a holiday season that was tremendous. We had Christmas, we had Kwanzaa, we had Hanukkah, we had Yom Kippur, the New Year. We had so much happening inside that space. And what happened for me, there were people that were topping up in totals $50,000 a day, things of that nature. Well, 1% of 50,000 a day is $500. And if it's in your organization, 0.285% of that 500 came to me on level one. Or if it was on my level two, 0.43%, which is more than level one of that 500 came to me. Or if that 500 landed on my level three, 0.285% came to me of that 500 on my level three. And this represents sustainability, folks, because the residual income generated by active card usage worldwide lends to the sustainability and the credibility of the information. This is a powerful, powerful, powerful tool, without question. Now, I want to shift gears a little bit, and I want to show you what we're doing with another part of our ecosystem. And this part of the ecosystem is known as Bank Token. This is the tokenization project of Bancus, where the entire company had now been broken up into 300 million tokens or parts. Some of you might even want to call it shares. But it is a huge, huge undertaking because it allows you to be an owner in the company known as Bancus. An owner, folks. An owner. I want you to think about that as we bring this up for you to take a look at. Stand by. Just give me one moment.
What if you could
I'll share the screen.
what if you could own a real piece of a global digital bank? That is exactly what Bank Token represents. Bank is a real-world asset token, or RWA. It is not a speculative cryptocurrency. It is the tokenization of 100% of Bancus, a global digital bank operating in more than 186 countries. Through blockchain technology, Bancus divided 100% of the company into 300 million bank tokens. Each token represents real fractional ownership of the ecosystem. Tokenized real-world assets provide global access, transparency, liquidity, and fractional ownership. They represent the evolution of traditional investing into the digital economy. Behind BNC stands a real and growing business. Bancus has more than 116,000 registered users, a current valuation of $75 million, and active products including debit and credit cards, global digital accounts, crypto trading, and an RWA marketplace. All supported by physical offices across international markets. The token runs on Binance Smart Chain and combines ownership, utility, and future governance. In addition, holders gain access to exclusive ecosystem benefits and staking rewards of 1.25% per month. Real-world asset tokenization already exceeds $35 billion on chain and is projected to reach $16 trillion by 2030. Major institutions like BlackRock, JP Morgan, and Goldman Sachs are already driving this transformation. Because BNC is not just a token, it is real participation in the evolution of finance. Bancus, the bank of us.
Now, folks, I heard a gentleman expound on the power of tokenization earlier today in one of our trainings. I made him a co-host so he can possibly share. And I'm going to ask my brother Earl Dixon, known as Bitcoin Man. Brother Earl, are you available to come forward and share some of the understanding you shared with us in the community earlier today?
Yes, sir. I'm here. How you doing?
Wonderful. I'm
So,
rich. That's
guys,
old news.
okay. So I've been studying this industry for quite some time now, and every day going and looking at the tokenization of real world assets. There's a paradigm shift that's happening. Dollars in most countries now are becoming weaker, and now different ecosystems are being set up that allow you to take what we call dumb money and turn it into
Mm,
smart money. I mean, just with
mm.
this platform alone, I have not got still since the first Zoom today because I've been doing some calculations. I'm just gonna give you an example. I spent after we got off the Zoom. Low battery. After I got off the Zoom earlier today, I went over and just purchased $42 worth of the bank token, which means that
Mhm.
I got 40 shares of
Wow.
300 million
Wow.
shares of this company.
Wow.
Now, I did that for myself. Low battery. That's all right. Then I did it for myself. Then I did it also for my son.
Okay.
And he owns 200 shares right now. But guys,
Mm.
200 shares was only about $40. But when I'm looking at 200 shares and the coin is going to the exchange, low battery. The coin is going to the exchange very soon. Let's just say if it hits that $3.25, that $40 purchase that I made today would be worth $625.
How
So
about that?
I just want you to know for every 21 cents, power off. 21 cents that you put in this system right now has a potential when the coin go to the Wix exchange. And soon after go there, when that coin hits like $3.25, for every 21 cents you put in is real. Now, last thing I'm gonna tell you this right here. The tokenization of real world assets are happening. BlackRock says by 2030, it'll be $16 trillion worth of
Mm.
tokenized assets around the world. That includes super plants. I'm in an ecosystem where they tokenize moringa. There are ecosystems where they're tokenizing real estate right now. And now you are here first to become one of the first people who will ever get a chance to be a part of tokenizing the bank. So it's happening. And for people who are paying attention, um, the numbers are tremendous. And for those who are not, they're going to be left behind. Coming back to you. So you're in the right place at the right time. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of this ecosystem.
Brother, I want to thank you for bringing your understanding, your education to this ecosystem. Now, look, Brother Earl's been known as Bitcoin man for years, and we've watched him develop in a space where we didn't even understand cryptocurrency. He and my mentor, Dr. Ty Best, was joined at the hip, and he was always introducing something, and meaning Earl was, and Dr. Best and I will always be shaking our head, and we just don't quite get it. But what we did not abandon is the relationship, education he provided, and the success we were witnessing. And it's a pleasure to work with him hand in hand right now. Brother Earl is just an amazing, amazing gentleman. And you're gonna find there's more to him than being a Bitcoin man. He's a Renaissance soldier. So thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. I
you.
appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I want to drive your attention to what's on the screen now because we're going to talk about this bank token before we get up out of here. YouTubers, you pay attention because any question you have, you're going to have to get back to the one that introduced it to you because we won't be answering questions over YouTube today. Now, uh, bank token, the bank token is the RWA of Bancus. RWA means real world asset. This is a tokenization of 100% of the global digital bank. We're talking about real asset, usability, and an ecosystem. Real asset, real value, real future. Okay, now there's been problems in the past when you talk about investing and whatnot, and normally we were excluded. The rank and file of the general public was excluded. Why? Because best assets were often reserved for a few. For decades, participating in the growth of a private company required high capital, access to specialized funds, private investment networks, complex processes, and limited geographic reach. And the worst part of it all, low liquidity. Yeah, you invest high and you get a drizzle of profitability. Tokenization changes that reality. You heard what Brother Earl said. Tokenization is real asset and that can be divided into millions of digital fractions. I like using this example. You know, um, look at a pie and picture that pie in your kitchen with 300 million slices. And the more slices you consume for yourself, the fatter you get. You heard what he invested today in just $42 to secure tokens at what, 21 cents per token. And that token can reach a value if projections pan out the way they do. You'll find those 40 shares being worth not $40, but at least $600 and some change. And it has nowhere to go but up, because when you're dealing with tokenization, when you're dealing with the real world investment of the actual company, it can't go back to where it started, because the value of the company is growing. I'll give you an example. I learned when the tokenization project was first introduced in Bancus, the token was 7 cents. It went from 7 cents to 10 cents. It went from 10 cents to 13 cents in 2025. It went from 13 cents to 15 cents this year. Then it went from 15 cents to 20 cents in June, and in June again from 20 cents to 21 cents per token. It can never go back to what it was. And the reason why that is because we're introducing through Bancus ownership, self-custody, and control within the ecosystem. See, ownership is the legal or rightful state of possessing property, giving someone the exclusive right to use, control, transfer, or dispose of a thing. And when you talk about self-custody, this means directly holding and controlling your own cryptocurrency private keys without relying on a third-party bank or exchange. Anything you do in the token element of securing the token, you can set it up where it becomes self-custody. It goes to your personal wallet. No one has control over it but you. This makes you the sole owner of your assets, meaning no platform can freeze your balance or stop your transaction. Now, on the platform, that's considered custodial, because you're allowing the platform to navigate it for you, but you can withdraw it and move it to your own personal exchange. Control broadly means the power, authority, or ability to manage, direct, or restrain something. It can function as both a verb, which is act of exercising influence, as well as a noun, the mechanism state of command. I want you to take a deeper look into what is bank, folks. Bank is the tokenization of 100% of bankers. This means your bank token is worth 1/300 millionth of the company, of the economic value of the ecosystem. We started with our flagship, the cards. You heard a little bit about it tonight. And then you find a whole system being brought online, and then 100% tokenized. This tokenization gives 300 million shares to a world to participate in its economy. Each token represents a proportional fraction of the ecosystem. We're in more than 186 countries. We have more than 115,000 users. We have a current valuation of 75 million, and currently the token is sitting at 21 and 1/3 cents. 21 cents to round up. How does the token capture the value? Through user growth, through geographic expansion, through the use of our products, through new lines of business, through our real world asset infrastructure. You're talking about a total supply, a fixed supply of 300 million tokens, by which you can own as many of them as you like. And then on top of that, this is the first time you're finding the convergence between real world assets and digital banking. This has created a new category known as tokenized financial ecosystems. Folks, we are so far ahead of the game, people are fighting to become second. That's just a fact. We're just that far ahead. In fact, I will show you one other element of this before closing out, where we are launching in South Africa not this evening, but tomorrow evening. We're going to launch our product known as Mint. Give me one moment.
What if any
Just gonna cue it up here. And then I'm gonna get myself out the way.
What if any real-world asset could become a global investment opportunity? That is the vision behind Mint, the world's first platform combining real-world asset tokenization with its own curated marketplace for investors. While other platforms only create tokens, Mint integrates three essential pillars into one ecosystem: blockchain technology, professional documentation, and a global marketplace where projects can be discovered, analyzed, and acquired. Mint was created to solve three major problems in today's financial markets: limited access to investments, slow bureaucratic processes, and the lack of liquidity preventing assets from reaching global buyers. With Mint, virtually any asset can be tokenized: real estate, companies, commodities, art, financial instruments, and even individuals seeking to tokenize future income or rights. The process is simple. A project registers, activates tokenization using Mint tokens. The Mint team develops the professional documentation structure. The token is minted on blockchain and finally listed on the Mint marketplace for global investors. At the center of the ecosystem is the Mint token, an RWA token backed by the full value of the platform. Not speculation, but real co-ownership, governance participation, and access to the entire Mint economy. Real-world asset tokenization is projected to surpass $16 trillion by 2030, and Mint aims to become one of the leading infrastructures powering this new digital economy. Because Mint is more than a platform. It is the infrastructure connecting real assets with the digital economy. Mint.
I just had to show that folks know that we're moving towards the conclusion of the program. So you YouTubers, we're gonna bid you a good evening. Go back and find the person that introduced you to this amazing opportunity and find out how you can get started. And then I'm gonna come back to us